I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings.
You f***ing irritate the shit out of me!
I'm only going to get this one chance. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something right. So I'ma let.
Hey, what's going on, peeps? Here we go again. Welcome to Gap Selling Keenan number 10. I think 11. 10. Thank you. I always screw it up. Number 10. This is where I let a real salesperson try and sell me. And if I need what they're selling, I will buy it. But they got to gap sell me. And if not, I will school them on how to sell their own product and service. If you've seen them before, you know how it goes. But today, we have an very energetic, Rob Gronkowski lookalike.
Woo!
Bob Stolzberg. Did I get it right, Bobby?
You got it. I don't even know who that guy you mentioned is.
I'm not even going to go there. If you don't know who he is, I almost should just turn this off and just end this right now. Just end it. All right, my man.
Love it.
It is your show now. I am listening. Have at it.
Keenan, thanks so much for having me on. This is such a pleasure. You're one of my sales mentors. I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And what I want to show you is really exciting. It's fresh. You've never seen it before, but you felt a lot of the pain, so you can relate to the stuff. I've watched a lot of your videos. I saw some of the people that came on here earlier, did my homework on the business. And I know without a doubt that what I've got to talk to you about something that is life or death for you. I see that your business has 4 problems, and these are critical things that are going to determine whether or not you survive in the next couple of years. This is that drastic. Okay. Now, I'm also hoping that if we don't talk too much, I'm going to show you how this technology I have in my bag is going to fundamentally change sales. And in one of your videos I was watching, I loved how you said that salespeople are change agents, and it's our job to convince people of this change and show them. And so I'm prepared to do that, because what I also believe that this technology I'm going to show you has the capability to put a lot of salespeople out of jobs, but it also has opportunities too. Before I get into it, I need to ask you my number 1 qualifying question. If the answer is no, we should hang up. You ready?
I'm ready.
Do you know what Amazon Alexa is?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? Tell me more. What do you know about Alexa?
I've got like 4 of them in my house.
What do you do with them? Who talk to?
I get excited about how someday I'm going to get the entire house voice activated, but mostly right now, we check the weather before we leave for school, play music. That's primarily the most of it.
Do the kids talk?
I order on it sometimes. Sometimes I order on it.
No fooling. That's pretty cool. Like from Amazon Prime and stuff, it just goes on your account.
Dude, this is the one thing I fucking love. Like, I literally, when it comes to, and by the way, quick side note, everybody listen up. This is why brand, I actually spoke about this once, why brand is going to be even more powerful than it is today. Because with Amazon Alexa, there is no shelf space. You can't go and look and decide. So I buy things that I know I get all the time. I go buy Dove soap. I go buy Dawn dishwashing detergent. I buy Bounty paper towels. I buy Gillette razors and Gillette shaving cream. All I do when I see them run, I'm like, oh, snap. I go, hey, Alexa, order me a 12-pack of Gillette shaving cream. Boom, it's there the next day. So there is no shopping. So yeah, that's what I do. It's dope. I love it from that stuff.
Is it safe to say that you do that because it saves you time and it's more efficient?
Yeah. It happens because I'm the worst shopper. Look, I'm a single dad. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not married. And so if you think I make lists, that's funny. So literally, I'll be in the shower like, oh, damn it, it's the 3rd day in a row I don't have freaking shaving cream. So when it's something I can think of, I'm like, oh, I don't have to write it down. Just yell it to Alexa and she delivers it.
Do you have one in your bathroom?
No, I have one in my bedroom. But I had one in my kitchen, one in my bedroom, one in my mountain house, one in my mountain house. I got like 5 or 6. They're all over the place.
That's awesome. I think you show your intelligence by using these things as technology tools. And I'm going to flip your brain and show you what they can really do for your business. But do you see your kids talking to these things a lot?
No, just for the weather. So when they want to go out in the morning and they want to know how to dress, literally, all 3 of them have one. I hear them. what's the temperature, Alexa? And then they're like, it's going to be 35 with a high of. And then they, based on what they hear, they get dressed for going skiing or what they're going to wear to school.
Cool. So, I like to tell people I live in 1994 and 2023 all at the same time. I'm just in 2020 at the present. And that's because I believe what I see happening right now and predominantly in 2023 is that this voice technology, Alexa, Google Assistant, Samsung Bixby, it will be built into everything. Your car, your fridge, your glasses, these little smart speakers around the house. I mean, hotel rooms have them in mirrors. Do you see a world like that in the someday too?
Absolutely. Not only do I see a world, I've gone on public record that I said it won't surprise me if people no longer learn to read.
Wow.
They don't have to.
Pretty profound.
I just basically have to say everything and it's said back to me. I don't have to read. Now, it doesn't mean it won't be important. These jackasses are going to get on me. Oh, you got to learn to read. I'm not saying it won't be important, it won't be an advantage, but I can see a world. Because look, the only reason we read and write is for the transportation of information. And there was no way to transport my voice to you 100 miles away or transport my voice to you down the street. You had to be in front of me. So I wrote it down or I typed it, right? But now everything can be, there's a way for me to use my voice to type if I need to type or use my voice to send a message or do anything. Why do I need to learn to read? So anyways, yes, I believe that's where it's going.
Cool. So I saw a video of you talking about, this was you at like Inbound 2018, and you were talking about how you can find you, Keenan, on social media. Give me your handles again, Twitter, LinkedIn.
At Keenan
Instagram.
On LinkedIn.
Where can I find you on the
red flag? What? Right.
And what's your Instagram handle?
Keenan_red plaid.
What's up with that? Why do you not have Keenan?
Because a 16-year-old girl in Melbourne, Australia has it, and I can't get a hold of her, and no one can, and she won't sell it to me. Did you get it? Did you get it?
That sucks. Like, how does that make you feel? I would be pissed if some 16-year-old girl in Australia has that shit private, and that's my brand, and I can't get it. What? Like,
should happen.
My own car with that feeling there?
It should happen. You can't lose sleep over it.
Why did that happen?
Because I didn't get on Instagram fast enough.
Why aren't you on Alexa?
I am on Alexa.
How so?
Oh, you mean from buying something or? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, cool. Let's pause and hold that thought. Okay, how has not having this presence on there or the standard brand name of Keenan impacted your business, you think?
It hasn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's more vanity.
That's like the frustration.
Yeah, it's vanity. It's vanity frustration. I like consistency, right? Yeah. But we know how these work. If I have more people follow me, someone runs a search, they'll find me before they find her. I would prefer it to be consistent, but it's not hurting my business at all. Plus, Instagram isn't where I get most of my business. It's all LinkedIn.
But you got to be there these days, right? Like,
yeah, we're going to be there.
Like table stakes. I'm glad we can agree on that. So have you ever had that happen with like a domain name?
No, yes. But that's not my fault. I tried buying Keenan in 2000. 2000. You know how early that was?
I do.
It was super early. 2000. Some motherfucker already had it. And I offered him $5,000. Look, in 2000, I was only 32 years old, right? And I'm like, dude, I'll give you 5 G's for that. And he didn't even have a website. He was some IT techie kid or guy. And he just used the email, and he had like this one static page of a couple pictures of his daughter. He wasn't even using it. And he said, no, it was 10,000. And I was like, oh, that's too steep. So I said no to 10,000, okay? Fast forward, he sold it to some insurance company. I'll never, ever, ever, ever get it back. I did buy Keenan.live not too long ago, so I'm perfectly okay with that. So yeah, but I bought all my kids' names have been bought. Even my ex-wife, I bought everybody's, and I keep renewing it, so yes. But it hasn't hurt my business.
That's pretty interesting, man. $10,000, you could have had it. Would that have been beneficial to the business, you think?
No, because I started the company under a sales guy, and that worked just fine. And I don't
All right,
want that. I'm glad, in hindsight, I'm glad it is not Keenan Sales Training or Keenan Consulting or anything like that, because I'm trying to grow this past me. Like, I'll be involved, but I don't want it to be me.
If you could have gotten Keenan for $20, Keenan.com for $20 back in the day, would you have done it though?
Okay, you just asked a stupid question, Bob. I love you, but that was stupid because I just told you I offered $5,000 for it in 2000. So yes, the answer is yes. You already knew the answer.
That's what I was getting at. Okay, cool. So let me tell you a little bit about your 4 problems that I think you have. And thank you for answering those questions, because you basically qualified every single thing that I needed to know to tell you with 100% confidence, dude, you need this shit, what I have for you. 100%. Your business will go out of business in 2023 if you don't have this stuff, because everyone's going to be talking to voice. Now, let me tell you the problems. Number 1, you don't have your brand's voice domain at least reserved. I could go on Alexa, Google, and Samsung Bixby right now, which has like multiple billions of people with these connected devices that talking to those platforms, and I could get Gap Selling and lock your ass out right now. So that's number 1. Your problem is you haven't effectively bought or reserved your domain names on the most popular voice platforms in the world. And like I told you earlier, I live in 1994. I was there, and I was in my teenage years, so I saw the .com boom. And what I'm trying to tell people is this Alexa, Google, Bixby thing, the names, it's just like having a domain name. And it's 1994 because the getting is still good. You can get in and get those domain names before they're all gone. And oh, by the way, you remind me to tell you the story. I missed out on a $1 million domain name sale, because back in 1998, I worked for a stock company, A.G. Edwards, and I emailed Microsoft, who owned Bob.com. They had a little product for it. And I said, hey, you guys aren't using this website. Would you be willing to transfer it to me, or I'll buy it? And crazy enough, a guy at Microsoft replied back and said, yeah, no problem. What do I do? Well, back in 98, Internic, who ran all the domain registrations, required a notarization. So I told the guy, I'm going to fly to Redmond, Washington. I'll get a notary. We'll come meet with you and we'll transfer the domain. And the guy was like, forget it. See you. Bye. I could have had a domain for Bob.com that sold for over $1 million. I had the emails. I was this close, right? That era, it's back, bro, right now. Because all these Gen Z people, millennials, even the old people, they're going to be talking to this technology, not typing, right? So number 1, problem 1, you don't have your shit reserved out there, and other people can come in and grab your stuff, whether it's a sales guy, Gap Selling, not taught. Let me show you, right? Not taught. Alexa, open not taught.
You have man's not hot enabled. Do you want to open?
What's that? Let's try this one. Alexa, open a sales guy.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
My Alexa just went off in the other room.
I should have had you mute her. Your problem number 2, one of the most important ones, is you don't have a voice experience for your business. That's like saying you don't have an Alexa skill, a Google Action, or a Bixby capsule. And these are the equivalent of a website, but you don't type to go to it, you just talk to it. This is what it does. Alexa, open Gap Selling.
Welcome to Gap Selling, a book by Keenan that will help any salesperson in the world get the customer to say yes. I can do several things to help you. For a complete list of commands, just say help. But since this is our first time talking, let me give you a special tour and let's get to know each other better. To get started, just ask, Alexa, what is Gap Selling? Now, what do you want to do?
Alexa, what is Gap Selling?
Thanks for asking. Gap Selling is a book will teach you how problem-centric selling increases sales by changing everything you know about relationships, overcoming objections, closing, and price. Gap Selling is getting lots of reviews. Let me tell you what customers and critics are saying. Just ask me, Alexa, what are people saying? Now, what can I tell you about next?
Alexa, what are people saying?
Gap Selling has over 164 5-star reviews on Amazon. Our favorite quote came from Jamie Dimon, who said, Keenan helped my team increase sales over 200% within 2 quarters. Gap selling works. If you would like a special discount coupon that's only available to Alexa
Pay
users,
attention to this.
just say, Alexa, send me a coupon. Or if you want me to read you the cover, just say, Alexa, hear an excerpt. What do you want to do next?
Send me a coupon.
Thanks for asking. I know you're going to love this book. It has over 164 5-star reviews on Amazon. Let me send you a text message with the link to buy it along with an exclusive coupon. You might also win something else. What is your mobile telephone number starting with the area code first?
314-397.
Stop. Don't get that on here. Everybody's watching. So,
Did I hear you correctly?
You can
I
blur
heard
that.
did you build this for me? Did you build this to get this demo? Okay.
Yes.
Now, how did you get?
Awesome. Got it. I just sent
Well,
you
let
a
me
text
finish.
message with a
Yeah.
coupon that's
Okay.
20% off.
So,
It's only valid until February 1st, so don't sleep on buying
so,
Gap
so
selling.
did you get the Gap Selling domain or whatever you call it in that?
I'll stop. No, I did that as a little private demo. I didn't make it live and steal your stuff because I wanted to show you exactly what would happen if you had your own voice website, a voice experience, right? And what I tried to show you was how you can architect a sales funnel using voice. Because look at what I did.
How many people? What percentage of how many people have Alexas or Apple Siri and Google's Home, whatever? How many people have that?
Between 30 to 40% of U.S. households have a smart speaker in them.
How many people buy off of it?
If you look at statistics, it's probably in the 5 to 10% range that actually do voice commerce. That's like what you described earlier is, oh, I buy some razors straight through it. But what I demonstrated is I took a smart speaker user, sent them a text message, which has a 99% open rate, gave them a special coupon and a link to the website. Let me see if I can zoom in and it'll show it on the top there.
How does it allow you? So wait, so as the owner of that, I can send out coupons to listeners?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not spamming if they asked for it. If you
Oh yeah,
encourage
they gotta
them to
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
So what I did there is I made a voice funnel that takes a smart speaker user, goes to a mobile experience that dumps off on your website, and you can track all of those points along the way and get data, right? Now, your third problem, okay? Again, number one, you don't even have your stuff registered. Nobody's gonna find you.
Let's stop there. That's done deal. If you follow the stream, everybody's right. All you motherfuckers get smart. I will hunt your ass down like Timmy Gallagher. If you encourage people, I will hunt your ass down because yes, I will get my domains. I'll get my name. I'll get Gap Selling. I'll get Not Talk. Look, you already had me there. I bought them in the other shit. I buy them for my kids. So I didn't know that was a thing. Done. You told me you got it. So now to convince me that I need to start building on this today, number 2 is not a problem yet. You got to convince me why number 2 is a problem. And by the way, coaching, you're in a cool thing because you're selling opportunity. And so you got some good stuff going on here. But suggestion, don't ever tell a buyer they have a problem. You have to ask questions to get them to see they have the problem. You have to, because they're gonna be like, fuck you, don't tell me I have a problem, get the hell out of here, right? If you know that by not having something is a problem, then you ask questions around that to highlight that that's a problem, right? So for instance, in a cheesy metaphor, someone lives out under the stars. You can't say, you don't live in a house, that's a problem. You ask questions like, what do you do when it rains? What do you do when it gets really, really cold? Where do you store your stuff, right? And from that, oh yeah, I go to the Y and I have a locker. Oh, I guess I don't need a house. Oh no, I get wet, I can't stand it. Is that a problem? Yes, it is. So then you would really like some shelter. Yes, I would. You see what I'm saying? Don't tell people they have problems. Ask questions to get them to recognize they have problems. Okay? So now what's number 3? What's number 3?
Number 3, let's say you roll out this voice experience. You don't know, let me rephrase. Do you know how to sales and market it? Do you know how to incorporate it into your marketing plan?
If I would buy that, I'd have no clue right now. I don't know enough about it.
I've got you covered on 1, 2, and 3, by the way.
Okay. Let's go to number 2 and 3. What do I sell? Mostly. What do I mostly sell?
You mean as a product?
Yeah.
I mean, I see you pushing your book, but also a sales guy's portfolio.
Okay, but which one of those? Okay, pick one. Pick any one that you think I sell a lot.
The book.
No, yeah, that fits you. That's B2C. I got that part. But okay, but what else? The book does not pay the bills. Let me put it that way. The book does not pay the bills.
Okay, so I mean, what I would recommend is having a voice experience for a sales guy that tells people, you know, the questions that they want to know about the business, why choose you, what's your methodologies.
So here's where I'm going with this. I sell training, consulting, right? Then I have speaking, and then I have recruiting. Pretty much in that order, right? Training, I don't see anybody going to their Alexa today, anyways, and trying to sell and buy training. Don't see it. No one's going to be sitting in their office, right, buying training. Now, will it happen? I agree with you. Absolutely. Do I like to be ahead of the curve? Absolutely. So if you're selling my domains, I'm buying them from you. So you sold something today. All right. Now, as far as building a whole experience, the only thing I see myself potentially building an experience on is the book. And I'm doing the sale for you because I can see where this is going. Right. But to at least make you earn your keep. Right. Because you are not going to convince me in a million years that anybody is going to buy training on Alexa or buy sales consulting on an Alexa in any time soon. Okay. So that type of investment isn't where I'm going to go. But the book, okay, maybe using the book as a loss leader. I don't know. Ask questions to get me to see how using your Alexa or this Alexa program, whatever the hell it is going to help me sell more books. Ask questions.
Do you think that
you can't ask what I fucking know? Like, I don't know. Okay, go. Sure. I'm sorry. It could be a good question.
No problem. Do you think it would help your listeners if they could ask Alexa and hear you read an excerpt of your book?
Who am I? Okay.
Your customers, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. But the question has to become first, how many people are actually asking to buy the book on Alexa first? Okay, everybody listening here. Everybody listening, I'm coming to the crew. First time I've done this. Has anybody bought a book using Alexa? I want to see it in the comments, please.
Keenan, it's important you know the technology I invented does not sell directly through Alexa. It actually cuts Amazon out of the entire process.
But they still have to go. They still have to go to Alexa to do it, right?
Yes.
That's my point. So if people are not buying their books on Alexa, then they're not going to ask about Gap Selling on Alexa.
So how it has to work is you have to market it to tell people it's out there, right? For example, your social media team uses our free voice marketing plan, comes up with this cute graphic that you put on LinkedIn and all over, and it says, Alexa, start Gap Selling. And so the next time you're in your bedroom, right, you see the image, maybe it's just next to you, or you're driving in your car, you saw something that invokes it, and that you're in a funnel. It's a new channel. And the purpose is to take people from that smart speaker in that moment and convert them into a lead. So that's how I help businesses, increase sales with Alexa. It's because they get metrics around this, but I'm generating leads.
Here's what I'm struggling with, and here's going to be my advice to you, okay?
Yeah.
Look, you've got me intrigued. You have the benefit of a great product that's new and forward thinking. That's where my head is. Where you're having the hardest time, because I don't think you understand my business well enough, or you don't know how to ask the questions, or it isn't there yet, which is a more possibility, is how you can get me to believe that there are people or groups of people, or there's a large swath of business that is ordering these books on Amazon, or are thinking, let me just fucking start there, that is thinking books, whether it's Gap Selling or freaking Never Split the Difference or freaking Insight or Tiffany Bowles Growth IQ. I don't give a shit. They're literally thinking book, Amazon Alexa, and therefore this app will get them there. Because if it's up to me to market, to drive everybody there right now, I got so much other places I'm driving. I'm spending so much time. I don't know that I want another thing on my plate.
We make it easy to do that. But why I believe you need to be on these platforms is the exact same reason why you're on all the different social media channels, is because you have to catch the customer where they are. They choose when, where, and how to engage, right?
Yes, but that's the point right there. I don't believe the customer is on Alexa for books and all that yet. Not enough.
They're on Alexa. You've got 4 of them in your house. If I put something on a screen and you love my brand, you would use my Alexa skill. The Keenan fans out there would use your Alexa skill if you told them what to do, what it could do for them. And then once they do.
What if I don't? Like, that's my existing audience. I want things that are going to capture new audience. How is this your app, whatever the fuck this thing is called? How is that going to get new people?
You've got to market it. This is like having a website. How are you going to drive people to your website?
SEO.
That's what happens with voice too, but you also have to market it. It's part of your omni-channel.
How does voice SEO work?
Oh my gosh, it's early days. So you can program in
the interest of time, because I actually do have another meeting. We're going to wrap it up. Okay. Cool. But you do win. I don't know if I buy it from you or not, but do I buy my domains from you?
Yes, you can go to voicexp.com. It takes 1 minute and $20. You fill out a form, you type in, Gap Selling or whatever domains, done.
Send me a link and I'm going to buy my names. I swear to God, if any of these were bought here, if any requests come through for Keenan, Gap Selling, you tell those motherfuckers you can't buy it, okay? All you fuckers listening, you do not sell it to their ass, okay?
I promise.
Okay, I'll buy the name. So you made that, so you're the first person to make a sale. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Now, the second piece. You're too overly confident about the service. I love the enthusiasm. Don't lose that. But you just are. You're overconfident. You would have done a better job here if you could have leaned more into how I run my business, how people buy sales consulting, how people buy sales training, how the book plays a role into that. How am I selling the book today? How am I driving people to that book? Right? You would have done really well is to really lean in on that and then say, okay, Keenan, how many books, I'm making this up. How many books are you selling? Well, we sold over 20,000 so far. Okay, great. Is it declining or increasing? Well, I think it's leveling. We'll say it's leveling off, right? Okay. I think I can add another channel to potentially increase that, right? So you're selling the books through this, and this. I think we can increase that through Amazon and or through Alexa, I apologize. And then I'd walk through how that might drive more sales, right? And with as little effort as possible or whatever, right? And then talking about where you think it's going. And then what I would really might have zeroed in on is the ability to be there early, right? So that as people are coming, you're already there. You've already snagged your space. But you've got to get into my world first. When you go back and listen to this, watch how few questions you asked about my world and how I'm driving book sales, how I'm driving training. You didn't. You were so enthusiastic about your product that you basically product-centric sold the whole way.
Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but the plus is, and I am a huge problem-centric seller and everybody knows that. But when you have something really, really unique or different that's not in the marketplace, it's really easy to product-centric sell. You default to it. And in many cases, if you have an educated buyer, they're going to get excited and they're going to move. But selling the plane, the first one understood planes, that wasn't too hard to sell for your early adopters. I'm an early adopter. If I was not an early adopter, you were fucked. That approach was gone. Jeffrey Moore, right? Early adopters, laggards, that's Jeffrey Moore, I think, right? Crossing the chasm. Yeah. If you were the late adopters or the matures, you would have bombed. Because you kept telling me something, right? You didn't get me to see how not moving was affecting me now and today in my business based on my metrics, based on what I was trying to accomplish. Can you see that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with you.
So beautiful. So, all right. Look at it. Oh,
Dude, I'm having a lot of little requests come in already. People are searching for stuff. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah,
thank you for the business. This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship, Keenan. Thank you.
I had better have Gap Selling Keenan and freaking Not Talk there when I get that thing. I'm gonna blow a gasket.
I'm gonna hook you up.
All right, everybody. Listen,
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. I hope this was helpful to everybody. Listen, this is a real sales coach. You can see I'm actually going to go buy something. If you think you can sell me and you want to sell me what you got and you want to gap sell me, then you hit me up on Gap Selling Keenan. And if I need it, I will buy it. If not, you are going to have to live with my critique and criticism. So until next time, people, you know what I'm going to say. Thank you, peace, and I'm out.
Thanks, Keenan.
You got it, baby. Thank you.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something.